Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life and welcome to Freeze Friday. It is the 4th of December. I'm drinking my coffee from my Santa's favorite mug. It's spelled wrong, but we just ignore that. And it's delicious. It's not actually spelled wrong, it's just not spelled the way we spell it here in Canada. So before I get going, I just want to say for December, until like the end of December, it is going to be Christmas themed and December daily and all of that. So if for some reason that's not your cup of tea, I completely understand. Please just skip Freeze Fridays for the month of December, and then I will go back to my plans and everything for January. It has nothing to do with Christmas, so it'll be back to normal then. But I hone in on Christmas and everything when it comes to December. So I just wanted to start with that so you were aware and you weren't wasting your time if that's not something you're into. I yesterday got a little delivery notification to pick up a parcel at my local London Drugs. And I knew that was going to happen, so I went ahead and placed an order to get my most, the photos that I have taken for December so far to use in my December daily. And I went ahead and got those done, and I got 2 6x8s. So I've got this one, the one that's in my album that you'll see in a minute. And then just some other shots. Most of these, if you are on my Instagram, you will have seen them on my Instagram. There's our little elf. I am trying to do my journaling on the Project Life app, so it's done and I don't have to think about it. This is one photo I don't think I've shared yet though. I love this. I had chicken noodle soup yesterday, and Barrett, I wanted to just take a festive photo and Barrett was playing, so I caught his little hand in there and I just love that. And then my little reindeer there, and then the kids and their advent calendars. Our new little gnome, my advent calendar. Barrett dressed up as the Hulk, or the Flash advents. How I'm displaying my manger this year, nativity set. So I did get those printed, and I love that I have some photos to work with because I'm caught up on December daily. I also I'm trying to keep the little notes that Max the elf leaves, and Max actually brought his fiance to come stay with us this year, so her name is Tilly, and so now we've got 2 elves keeping an eye on all of us. And I also grabbed this little ticket to use with the photo of for my advent calendar, but I'll get to that when I get to December daily. And then look at this cute little it's a puppet. Actually, I won't slide my hand in because it's really noisy, but my son drew that or colored it in, and I love it. He has a couple other things for me. He has been doing art like crazy at school, and this is not something he used to be into, coloring, especially cleanly coloring. So I am like just hoarding them because he's just doing such a fabulous job. So I'm excited about that. I'm not sure how I'm going to get it in my December daily, but it will get there. And then the reason that I had such a large package notification, I'm just going to grab it here. Excuse the off-camera-ness. But I got my Spiegelmom Scraps order. And you guys, I want to show this to you because it's awesome. Mommy. Okay, so Jody is now carrying tear apart tape and foam and red line tape. So she completely loaded us up, and you guys, this is in the shop right now. You can use my code Christy15 and get a percentage off on this, but look at how much tape that is. Like, my tape I get from Walmart is like not even close to, I mean, it probably wraps around the outside of this and that's it. It's nothing. So I am so excited. And this foam is like the perfect length. Like, it's thickness. I'm so excited to play with this. I've already worked a little bit with one of them for the tear parts, and it's fabulous. And it comes in all these different widths, and I'm so excited. So that's what came. And obviously that's not gonna fit in our little tiny mailbox that we have. We don't have like normal mailboxes. We have where we're all in one, kind of like if you lived in an apartment or something. They're tiny, and did not fit in there. And then the mixes for this month, if you haven't seen them yet, so there's Oceanfront, this one, which I'm so excited, and it is called Pink Holiday Pop, that's so fun. Frosty Evergreen. This Silver Lining, this is gorgeous. I bet Daisy freaked when she saw this. And then of course silver, so you gotta have the gold, so Shine On and On. And another thing of the penguin suit, which I already have a set of this, and I love the black. So I got more sequins, and they're just gonna stay up in my little thing, and you'll see them featured soon. But that's what my package was. So I didn't actually spend any money because this is part of being on the design team. And there's that. That being said, I did spend a little bit of money this week because, first of all, I had to order the holiday sale thing that Christina was doing to get the, the Layout Palooza, Stash Bash Palooza. I think there was just a collection of classes that are online that I'm going to buy from her anyways, and I saved $70 doing it this way, so I went ahead and purchased that. And I also went and looked on Scrapbook Your Joy, and she has an end of the year sale going on with a few things, and I kind of loaded up on some of the 12 by 12 paper packs that I never bought, but they were a pretty good price, especially here in Canada. So I went ahead and purchased that. I spent under $100 for that one, so very, very excited. Now, oh, excuse me. Okay. I thought Barrett was napping, and he was not. He crawled out of his crib and was hanging out with his sister, but they were both being quiet, which is normally not a good thing with the two of them. So he's now sitting in our rocking chair, which is what that squeaking sound is, listening to music. So sorry about the side noise there, but I'll show you what I'm doing with my December Daily. This is not actually the album I'm using. I just like to have it contained. So for flipping wise, I kind of have a better visual than having it all just together. But this isn't actually what I'm going to put it in. These Simple Stories albums, they're only like 1 inch. They're not 2-inch thickness. And I add enough outside of the pocket stuff that I need the more thicker ones. So not really sure what I'm going to use this for, but you know, eventually it'll get used. So I've shared this a few times. I just show you what I've gotten done. So my cover page, just photos of each of us. I did go ahead and finally get my fuse tool out, and I got everything fused. Oh, Bear, you need a nap. Oh, Fridays, you guys. All right, so the back of it is super simple. You just can see some more of the sequins. I did kind of add a few little bits on this side, and I covered the heart, so there's a heart and a heart. And then I did want to kind of really nod to the fact that we're home this year, so I put the little house and the December to remember and cozy at home. I do not have a reason why page. You will just read it within my journaling and you'll kind of get the idea. I am gonna have a page somewhere in here on a slower day of our provincial health officer and her talking one day about our numbers. Yes, I lost what I was talking about. There will be nods to the state of the world that we're in. So I didn't put a reason why. I didn't find it needed. And I also do which I'll show you in a minute. I also do a traveler's notebook every year with my advent calendar that I get from Christina, and I put a little bit more personal, it's almost like a journal versus just kind of a fun flip through of what's happened in December. I kind of keep that type of journaling in there, so I'll probably make more of a note of it there than I do in here, but it's still prevalent and you'll see it. So here is one of the really fun dividers from Confessions of a Paper Addict. And you can see I've got the whole, so this is ready to go into the 3-ring binder system. I just don't have it yet. My day one is a flip. So it's got this fun little snowflake. Again, it's from Confessions of a Paper Addict cut files. It flips open. And then you've got the photo of me decorating. I never ever capture photos of me decorating the tree. I don't think I've ever gotten one, so I made sure to take a selfie and do that this year. And then this flips and it talks about Nora got to put the star on the tree this year. That's the first time she's done that. And Jackson and Barrett, and there's obviously Sean helping because I can't reach the top of the tree, I'm too short. So our whole family is encased in this little flip, which I love. And then this was my first attempt at cutting a slice into a photo and trying to make it work. It's really messy. It's okay. It should get better as I do it. That little stuff, I'm not a perfectionist in any way, shape, or form, like at all. So yeah, it's a little, I mean, it bugs me a bit, but not enough to actually change it. So you can tell that it's rough, but it's totally fine. I originally planned to have this photo, which is a photo of the Christmas tree at an angle, because I'll explain that in a minute too, but it's angled up so you can see it. But I planned to have this outside of the pocket originally. I wasn't going to put it in a page protector, but I'm hoping that the more I put in page protectors with fun flip elements to them, maybe the more condensed my album will be. So we're going to try it like that. And then my journaling just talks about how when we did it and how Jackson was off school one day in late November, so we set it up early, and Nora got to put the star on the tree and all of that. Now, the photo is taken in this angle because the bottom of our tree is completely naked. Barrett is, he'll be 2 in January, so he's just at that stage where he wants to touch everything and take them down, and we have some pretty fragile ornaments that I just don't want him touching. There's a few I totally don't mind him playing with at all. He can't really harm them. But even then he takes them down and then we lose them. So they're all up high and the bottom of our tree is naked. So it's shot up like this with my camera so you can see the ornaments and not the bare tree. So there's that. And then here's this photo. I've shared it. It's on my Instagram. There's all sorts of stuff, but of my daughter, and there's something in it. Now that bugs me. There we go. She was playing. She has this little reindeer and she was playing with the reindeer with the tree, and it was I just happened to snap this photo at the right moment. It's a complete fluke shot, but it's just, I love it so much. I just love it. And there has been this little thing that says, I love seeing the glow of the twinkle light shining in your happy eyes. And I was like, I'm not really sure how I'm going to use that, where it's going to go. Saw this photo, I'm like, bam, that's exactly what's happening. So I placed it there. This isn't to represent a day. It kind of goes with day 1, I guess. It did happen, I think, on the same day. Like this is the night of us decorating it. So I love, 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 love that photo. And then you go on to December 2nd. This was from a cut file that I used in one of the layouts I used for 12 Days of Christmas. And so it took out the 2 and the deck, it's flipped upside down. So you got the red, and I love that. And then the photo of our Christmas lights. So anyways, I've got that. I've got the string of lights on the outside. And what I love about this photo too, and I didn't point it out at all, but there's Sean holding Barrett, looking out the window, trying to see what I was doing, because I just randomly ran outside. And oh my gosh, I love this little thing. And then there's a little light on there as well. I wanted to grab a shot of our Christmas lights outside. Now they're not perfect. They're just tiny little string across half of our house because, oh, hold on. Here, baby. Excuse me, because we've never put lights on the outside of our house before. We lived in a basement suite when we first got together, and obviously that wasn't really feasible. And then we never did put any up at the other house that we were in. We just never did it. There's no reason for it. We just didn't. So Sean came home one day with this huge thing of lights, and then he came home again with more because he thought that we needed it. Okay, now remember, we've never bought lights for outside, so we didn't know how long they would be, how far it would stretch. And that's as far as it took us. So like we said, we'll buy a few every year. Eventually we'll get around the house. And I think he wants to eventually go up. I don't know if you can see that, but we've kind of got like little, this is our attic actually. We don't live up here. This is just storage space, but he would like to put some lights up there as well, or a star or something. So that's kind of what that is talking about. And so I wanted to grab a photo because, like I said, we've never had lights before, and I just love that. But down here we have everything pushed against the side of our house because it's got a little overhang to keep everything dry. And I didn't realize there, right where it says Very Merry here, I had scarecrow and like scarecrows from Halloween that I didn't realize I hadn't put away. And we have a box, like all of our shoes and stuff, our muddy boots and everything is just there. And I wanted to kind of clean up that clutteredness because it wasn't quite dark yet. You can see the sun's just kind of starting to, you know, dusk, I guess. I don't know. But so I wanted to cover that up. So I just added a fun little collage down at the bottom, did the stars. A couple things are out of the pocket, some of them are in. And then I did a flip here with this trimmed down so that when you flip it open, there's the number again, just because I wanted there to be a flip and I didn't like the back of that card. But then again, here is the journaling. And here is what I'm talking about, little nods to COVID. Rainbows and houses and everything really kind of summarize, you know, kind of what's happening. So I took that, documented, you know, the story, and there's my little nod to COVID. Even though it's about Christmas lights and you don't really see it, it's there. So I like that. I also did a little shaker pocket in between day 2 and day 3 because I put the number on the back as well. And I wanted there to just be something to break it up. So this has like 3 different types of mixes in it. If you were doing this, you'd probably want to buy 2 sequence mix. Especially if you liked one, buy 2 of the same one and fill it up, and that would give it a nice fill there. And then this cute little photo of Nora as a reindeer. I didn't do anything to it. I just let it be. And then put the title of what my son was doing for their Christmas concert. Of course, it's virtual. So I did another flip here. And here's the photos I took of him at home with his little antlers. And super, super cute. And then I put my journaling here with this little reindeer. Now my plan is I just have a filler card back there because eventually I will have a class photo. I'm hoping when the concert hasn't actually happened, they just filmed it and then they're going to share it with us. So I'm waiting to get a class photo to put there, and then I don't really have this down. It's down a little tiny bit, but nothing too crazy. So I can figure out how I'm going to finish that. But you get the point of it, and I really love how that one came together as well. And then finally, I'm sorry this is so long. I didn't mean to go into such explanation. Here is this photo, the 6x8 that I just printed. Took this just the other day. Barrett does not like to dress up. Like, that is not something he is into. And he grabbed his costume from Halloween and like was holding it at me. So I'm like, you want to put this on? And he goes, uh-huh. And so I dressed him up. And then I'm like, you are so cute. And I just said his name and he looked up at me like that. He happened to be in front of the Christmas tree. And so I love it. And I sent it to a couple of people and I'm like, look, the Flash came to visit for Christmas. And I just love this. I also love the fact that Jessica from Scrappy Sisters, her little guy, I hope she shares this photo soon, but her little guy, I think, was a Power Ranger, and she got a photo too, just like it. And I love, love, love that we have photos of our little ones dressed as superheroes for Christmas. It's so much fun. So anyways, that's what the photo is. And it is, again, another flip. I'm, like I said, trying to keep things condensed and not have them be multiple spreads. Like, there's nothing wrong with multiple spreads. Please don't get me wrong. Everyone, do what you want to do with your December daily. It's yours. You do what makes you happy. I like to try to keep them a little bit more condensed. So I split my photo right down the middle, and then it flips, and you got the journaling talking about what happened. A tiny little bit of embellishing. Mostly there's embellishing down here because I accidentally got a sticker stuck, and when I ripped it up, it ripped, so I had to cover that up. And then there's this little geotag right there. I didn't need that, so I just covered it up with the Merry Christmas and a little bit more pattern paper that I thought was really cute and kind of went with everything. Backed it on some cute paper from, I think it's Simple Stories, and there's my number 4. So that's it. The back has not happened yet. Obviously that will be tomorrow. I do have a plan, but that is where I'm at. So that was a lot of explaining, and I'm sorry that this video is so crazy long. My Freeze Fridays are not normally this long, but I enjoyed sharing, and I hope you enjoyed watching. I might not have to do a flip through of my first 5 days because I just shared all of that. So maybe I'll catch up on that next week, and I'll share with you what I've gotten done, and that will just be my share for December Daily. Please make sure you head on over, check out Moira and Kathy and Kristen, see what they are up to, and I hope everyone has a fabulous weekend. I'll see you all soon. Bye.